In line with the Fit India program, I would like to put some views on re-strengthening of the mind post-pandemic. To begin with the ideas and views on subject matter, I would like to say a famous lyrics of Alice Cooper which may be haunting many of us these days. The lines are: no more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks. Out for summer, out till fall, we might not come back at all. School's out forever, school's out with fever. Since the middle of March, millions of students have been out of school because of the COVID-19 lockdown. This has also affected more than 1 lakh students who could not complete their class 12 board examination. Today, even after 8 months of announcements and extensions, it is difficult to predict when schools will restart in a full swing. Schooling is supposed to look after the emotional, social, and behavioral health of children, which is diametrically opposite to social distancing. Presently, teachers are trying to engage with online teaching and learning. The technology may vary across schools and states, but as educators, we have to look at the implications of these new learning processes for our learners. From live TV broadcasting of academic subjects, video interactions, online theaters, to working with special needs learners, it is all about embracing learning anywhere, anytime. It is apparent that technological evaluation systems, touchscreen paper corrections, digital books, and smart boards have become the new reality. Going forward in the new post-pandemic environment, that we will require is a huge shift in mindset, both social and emotional. A new approach is needed to teach in this altered online model. Unfortunately, as far as the education of the rural poor students is concerned, they inhabit the bottom of a digital gulf. Governments will have to think very seriously about allocating more money in the budget for technical education in schools. However, wherever students have been involved with online learning, their responses have been very good. This has strengthened the resolve of teachers across the country and has inspired them to work harder. But the role of we teachers has not been fully understood during this crisis. Teachers are as important as health workers because they are looking after the mental, emotional, and social health of children at home. Although it is too early to judge how the learning path will be affected by online teaching, it is very clear that future transformations will ensure that classroom transactions are complemented with novel technological tools. We need to ensure that teachers come back to work so that hands-on training can happen, since many of us may not be technologically adept. For many teachers, their entire world has changed. From traditional teaching tools to juggling with gadgets and softwares, they are relying only on their personal understanding. Now, what happens when the schools are reopened with a full swing post-pandemic? A post-pandemic school plan is essential and has to be prepared with a staggered opening. The government and school leaders will have to think of novel methods by which children can be assimilated back into the school setting. And this has to be looked at bearing in mind the normal school calendar. Perhaps the new education policy may require to be revisited and recalibrated. When students return to school, they will be the least prepared for any form of traditional testing. All such testing measures should be put on hold at all levels. And there should be more emphasis on instructions and emotional development. This will enable the children to find a sense of academic freedom which they would have missed in the restricted confines of their homes. As far as senior students are concerned, we have already lost 2020 and this situation may stretch to 2021. As far as regular school learning is concerned, hence it is imperative that when dealing with senior students, we should help them understanding the importance of flexibility and mental strength in order to face climatic change, disease, natural and man-made disasters, and even rapid technological changes. The pandemic has truly reiterated that much clinched skills of the 21st century: decision making, problem solving, ability to innovate, and most importantly, adaptability. These are the extraordinary time, and we need extraordinary measures. The state and boards will have to perhaps look beyond traditional board examinations, and not only for the current year but also for 2021. There is no doubt that returning to school after this pandemic will truly be disruptive learning exercises at all levels. Going forward with the ways on how to strengthen the tender minds when the students come to school after the pandemic, we can adopt these 6 steps to overcome any such problem while strengthening the minds. Step 1. Take charge of your mind. A global pandemic awakens countless emotions. Such emotions are usually not positive. Prolonged indulgence in them only leads to a downward spiral on consciousness. Therefore, the top priority in the crisis is to get our mind in order. Understand that awareness and the mind are two separate things that you can control what your awareness goes. Step 2. An opportunity for change. Do something, don't do nothing. Propel yourself into the right frame of mind by accomplishing simple tasks. Get your energy moving, clear out clutter, accomplish small tasks and easy wins to propel your awareness to an uplifted state of mind. In step 3, shift perspective with a simple morning practice. Our routines calm the instinctive mind, which is the state of mind that experiences fear. Create a morning gratitude practice. Routines are one of the best practices that you can create at a time like this. Routines calm the instinctive mind, which is the state of mind that experiences fear. When confined to the house for days or weeks, the first thing you want to do is create a routine for yourself. One beneficial activity to incorporate into our morning routine is the practice of expressing gratitude. In step 4, it's time you made a difference. By making a difference in someone else's life, we uplift both that person and our own consciousness. Be a positive force. During this pandemic and even after the pandemic, find ways to serve others each day. Create a routine for doing so daily. When we think only of me, myself, and I, we may react to the current situation in a negative way. It can seem like a massive inconvenience to our regular schedule. We forget that there are countless brave souls out there, risking their lives in selfless service to save lives, while we sit at home being self-centered, selfish, ungrateful burns. Don't be that person. The world has enough of them and you don't need to be one of them. Don't limit yourself only to the ideas. The main takeaways of these examples are: shift your focus from yourself to others. Ask yourself, how can I serve others and make a difference? When you uplift others, you uplift yourself. Be a positive force during this pandemic and even after the pandemic. You can make a difference if you choose to. In step 5, dealing with fear and worry. During a crisis, it is natural to feel and experience fear. By understanding the mind and understanding what fear is, we can significantly reduce how much fear and worry. Use your understanding of awareness and the mind plus the practice of affirmation to mitigate your feeling of fear and worry. Fear is one of the worst areas of the mind to live in, and it is the doorway to all lower emotions. In step 6, how to deal with emotions. There are so many of us around the world that are experiencing these intense emotions as a result of this pandemic. Many have lost loved ones and friends. And now, people who are ill from being infected by this virus, my heart goes out to you for your loss and pain. Let us be taught about an ancient Hindu practice called the Vasana Daha Tantra. These Sanskrit words means the following: Vasana are deep-seated subconscious tendencies that shape one's attitudes and motivations. Daha means to burn and Tantra is a method or practice. This practice involves writing down on a piece of paper any unresolved emotional experiences you may have in your subconscious, or any emotion that you are experiencing which you would like to get rid of. Once you have written it down, crumple the paper and burn it in any ordinary fire. With this, I would like to conclude that we, the teachers, are very responsible to nurture and strengthen minds of our students after the pandemic. And these students may be our school students, any neighbors, or our own family members. Thanks for lending your ears to me patiently. Stay fit, stay healthy. Thank you.